We can be heroes forever and ever. What you say?
Hi, I'm Lorraine Salazar, and this is Everyday Heroes. Today's show is inspired by a quote. I don't believe in age. I believe in energy. Don't let age dictate what you can and cannot do. And that is from Tay Porchan Lynch, who is a 99-year-old yoga teacher. Today I will be interviewing Zoee Quechla Maxwell. She is a 63-year-old art therapist, caretaker, mother, teacher, world traveler, and she will share some of her wisdom and stories with us. Hi, Zoee. Thank you so much for being on the show. I'm so excited to have you and interview you.
My pleasure, Lorraine. This is very exciting.
Yay! For me, too. So I wanted to start out the interview by asking first, where in the world is Zoee now? Because I know you travel a lot.
I'm in Tangnertung, Nunavut, which is 17 kilometers from the Arctic Circle.
Wow. Oh, my. You're always surprising me. Wow. And what brought you there?
Teaching, the experience of being in Nunavut, like to be in the far north. It was great because before that, as there's now, but before that, it was, of course, Thailand and Cambodia. And so it was extremes, I guess.
Right, yes, and that's where I met you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so now you went from the warmer weather to, are you in severe cold weather now? Is it pretty freezing?
Well, it's I know I'm talking to California. It's only minus 16 right now.
Oh, my gosh.
But that's Celsius, of course, yes.
Oh, goodness.
So, yeah, freezing.
Yes. Wow. What an experience. And now even for a Canadian, that's cold, right?
Absolutely. It's really cold. But we've got the sun back now, so that's really nice. We've done almost 6 weeks without sun.
Oh, goodness. Now, is that...
So now we've got it back.
Is that a seasonal thing?
Because we're far north, and I'm in the mountains also, so it's definitely, the sun just doesn't reach us.
Okay.
But now it does, and it's very exciting.
Oh, my goodness. Before questions about the art therapy work you do, let's talk a little bit about what life is like living so close to the Arctic.
Well, mostly, if you're dressed well enough, you can do most anything. I don't have a skidoo, but the younger people have skidoos, and so they go fishing a lot and just play in their skidoos. I walk to school. Blizzards are not. Oh, I know. We get 100-kilometer winds on windy days. It's absolutely incredible. It's like living in a hurricane.
Oh,
yeah.
My goodness.
Very exciting.
That is. And that's just outside your front door that you're walking into.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And are you, do you have conveniences? Give us like a look at what your day is like at daily life there. Do you have like grocery stores and things next to you, or are people like hunting, gathering things? And is that how you're surviving?
Yeah, a lot of people are hunting and gathering, and we do have we have a couple grocery stores, like an avocado costs $6 each.
Oh, goodness. That's interesting perspective when you put that into perspective, how much an avocado is there. Wow, how precious it seems there.
Yeah. But sometimes they're $3.99, and we think you have to not pay attention to the prices. Yes. There's not a lot of stores. There's the Co-op and the Northern, and everything else you ship in, which sometimes cost a fortune, and other times they throw it in. The mailing in if you buy a certain amount of money, a certain amount of items.
Are there a lot of people where you live? Is it a big community? Is it smaller?
Well, for the north it is. There's about 2,000.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's pretty small. That's not a lot of people.
No, there's not, but there's no, but traffic is good.
That's a plus. You're not going to get in LA traffic and in that kind of environment.
There's no ice roads either. Like other communities have ice roads in the far north, but here it's limited. Like people ship their cars in, and then you're just in this small local area that you can drive.
So what did you do when you didn't have light for 6 weeks?
Well, you just get this haze. You just don't see the sun. It's in February when you see the sun and you go, oh my God, I missed you so much. We have a big celebration. The school always has a celebration about when the sun comes. So, we just all take note of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. That is so different. How wild. And do you you keep your lights on, when you want to at night and just kind of make your own kind of day and night schedule?
Well, pretty much, but really a cool thing. I'm teaching school right now. I'm teaching art and English and all sorts of wild things. But on the walk home, which is like 4:00 in the afternoon, like when it's dark, I walk home and the northern lights are dancing right beside me.
Oh, how
it really
beautiful.
It's magical. Yeah.
Wow. How long do the northern lights last as far as their season?
All year. But the colder they are, but it's dark and then you can see them. And as soon as they get really spectacular, you just have to promise not to call anyone. If you call anyone, they just go out for some reason. If you say, go out, go check out the lights. and they'll go out and they've all disappeared. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
Now, what made you decide on this next place to go? As you said, you were in Cambodia and, the Asian part of the world, and which is a lot warmer. And now you've moved to this cold region. And what brought you specifically there?
I always just wanted to experience the north. I wanted to experience Nunavut, like the far north, and just check it out. Like there was nothing that's raw. Like I was just felt moved to be here.
How beautiful. Oh, just the free spirit in you. It just led you.
Yeah, I followed it.
That's awesome. It takes us to great places, right? Sometimes scary places, unknown places, but always great and learning places. Mm-hmm. Oh, that is so cool. And so you're walking through snow to get to school. Have you done sledding or anything? Do they have sledding?
Well, I do have a little sled on my porch that I use when I have young visitors want to go sledding, and then we sled. It's sort of icy, so it's faster. But there's a lot of tundra here. There's a lot of rocks and bushes, so you don't get the same, like going up the hill. It's just different. So I sled on the roads. And the roads aren't very busy, so it's pretty fun.
Is it kind of like living in the bush, like the bush of?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Is it okay?
Pretty much.
Just to kind of set the scene of where your location is and what life is like. Oh wow! And,
it's gorgeous. It's very gorgeous.
And now, when do you get summer? And how does that look? Is there still snow around most places, or will you have some times of, where you can actually plant things and grow some things?
Oh, there's no growing here.
No growing, okay.
No, but the summer does get up to 20 couple days. But I've only been here at the very end of the beginning of the summer and the end of the summer. So I haven't really experienced the summer here, but what the students tell me is that it's like one young student said, Zoe, I'm moving. She said we had summer and it was 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness, that is cold.
Yeah.
So you came here to do art therapy work and teach other things you mentioned. Tell us a little bit about your art therapy work and how it's beneficial there in particularly?
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, here I have like a short, probably about 40 hours left on my practicum, and then I'm good to go.
Wow.
So I work with, like, it's a fly-in community. We do have doctors that come in once in a while, and we do have, there is a health center, but we don't have a lot of support.
What's a fly-in community?
A fly-in community means there's no way you can get here any other way.
Okay, got it. Boom, yeah. You got to fly in. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So here I work with kids that have that don't have a lot of support. So a lot of times the art therapy is their way of energy. It's all energy. Like, they just communicate with actually. That's a good question. Like, there's one little guy that actually does like 4 pieces right away. He just takes the paint. He finger paint usually, because with little ones, that's the best you can do with them, because they don't have a cognitive part of their brain. Mm-hmm. So they just work stuff out, and they do become calmer. Like, in the school system, they've reported that the students are calmer, the ones that need to have some outlet.
How do people get their emotions out through art therapy? Through drawing, through painting, especially if someone has never picked up a paintbrush before, or a crayon or a marker? Oh,
it's amazing. Like, art is mark making. And if we always remember that, whatever marks people make is exactly right, is exactly perfect. And sometimes when you're actually in therapy, one of the most amazing things is people will, they allow their subconscious or unconscious to come in and deliver a message or a purpose. They have somehow they're telling you things, and it doesn't matter what age. So you don't have to be. Art therapy is not. You don't have to be an artist whatsoever to do art therapy. And what's amazing is how much freedom that gives someone to respond to emotion or trauma or life, their own well-being.
Absolutely. Mm. And so through doing this, what have you found? And this is just, I don't know if there's any difference, but I'm just going to put it out there, between working in a hot climate and a cold climate. Like, do you notice that there's, I don't know, different things that people bring collectively to their art? Does it affect them at all, whether you live in this, really cold climate or really hot climate? Because I know you've been kind of everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's that for me, art is magical. Like, to connect with people through art is amazing. And I find I find that's the thread that unites us all is the, I think when I left I went to Cambodia.
That's right.
And I worked with children and women from the sex trade, like they were.
I remember you were telling me that was your next plan to go. Yep, work with recent people that had just gotten out of the sex trade.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one of the things is I got to work with a whole bunch of little boys, and they were the ages of 9 to 14, and it was their last. They'd been working with some counselors about just getting on and what they needed in their life and all the right things. And the counselors were really familiar with art therapy, and they asked me if I could do something. And of course, it's March. And in March in Canada, we think, the winds, let's go fly a kite. Right. Well, and I said, let's fly a kite. Let's make kites. And these guys said, Zoe, there's no wind in March. Okay, no problem. Let's make a kite and we'll run around. And so what we did is wrote where their highest heart was going to be, where they saw their hearts in their future, where they saw their intelligence in the future, where they saw their